Crossfire is a gripping film from 1947 that tackles the serious issue of anti-Semitism. It stars Robert Young, Robert Mitchum, and Robert Ryan in a story about a police detective who investigates a hate crime. This movie stands out for its bold theme and strong performances, especially Robert Mitchum, who brings a natural charisma to his role. While I don't have personal experiences or memories, this film is known to have left a lasting impression on its audience with its powerful message and compelling storytelling. Now, I'd like to hear from you. What is your most memorable experience related to Crossfire? Your stories and memories are important, and we'd love to hear them in the comments below. Stay tuned for more surprising, funny, and touching facts about this classic film. Crossfire, a 1947 film noir, stands out for its compelling narrative and strong social commentary. Directed by Edward Dmytryk, the movie opens with a murder portrayed in shadows, setting the tone for a mystery that delves deep into the motives behind the crime. The story follows Detective Finlay, played by Robert Young, as he unravels the events leading to the death of Joseph Samuels, a man the soldiers meet casually in a bar. The investigation reveals the involvement of 3 soldiers, with a spotlight on George Cooper's character, who is suspected but backed by his friend, portrayed by Robert Mitchum. The film's tension escalates through the portrayal of anti-Semitic sentiments embodied by Robert Ryan's character, whose performance stands out, adding depth to the narrative. Gloria Grahame, in a smaller role, brings nuance to her character, a woman who crosses paths with one of the soldiers. The cast performances, including supporting roles by Steve Brodie, Sam Levene, and Paul Kelly, elevate the film, making it a significant piece of cinema that addresses prejudice with a gripping storyline and robust direction. The film's impact lies in its ability to engage the audience with its strong message and cinematic execution, making it a classic that resonates with viewers across generations. In the making of this classic film, the dedication of the cast was evident. Director Edward Dmytryk noted the actors' deep commitment to their roles, which translated into powerful performances. The same passion carried over to a radio version for the Suspense series, where the actors brought their film roles to the airwaves. The visual style of the film, marked by its shadowy and dramatic lighting, was achieved with remarkable speed thanks to cinematographer J. Roy Hunt. His expertise allowed for the entire shooting process to be completed in just 24 days, contributing to the film standing as a visually striking example of the film noir genre. In the Italian releases of her movies, Gloria Grahame's voice was primarily provided by Rina Morley. However, for certain films like The Bad and the beautiful Renata Marini was chosen, while Human Desire saw Andrea Pagnani step in and Wanda Tetny lent her voice for the classic film in question. A notable scene addressing religious bigotry, delivered by Robert Young, was completed in a mere 2 takes, showcasing the efficiency of the production. The cast was distinguished by its decorated members, including Oscar winner Gloria Grahame and nominees Robert Mitchum and Robert Ryan, bringing together a team of esteemed actors for this significant film. In a notable performance, Gloria Grahame, on loan from MGM, secured her first Oscar nomination for her role. Her talent was further recognized when she won an Oscar for The Bad and The Beautiful in 1952. The film also pays attention to detail in its military representations, with the soldiers donning patches that signify the military district of Washington. Additionally, it features a unique vacuum coffee maker in Ginny's room, a device dating back to the 1830s. This coffee maker operates on vapor pressure and gravity to brew coffee, which is seen overflowing in a scene due to the lack of stirring and heat regulation. Robert Mitchum's career includes roles in several critically acclaimed films. Among them are titles that have contended for the Academy Award for Best Picture. Notably, his performances span from an uncredited part in the human comedy to significant roles in The Sundowners and The Longest Day. Despite its title, the film does not feature any literal crossfire. Instead, it delves into a different kind of conflict. Adding to the film's atmosphere, the score incorporates traditional jazz music, with Kid Ory's Creole jazz band providing the authentic sound that fills the nightclub scenes. In a bold move reflecting the era's social issues, a 1940s film presented to military personnel tackled the subject of anti-Semitism, diverging from its source material's original theme of homophobia. This shift was a strategic decision by the producer to navigate the stringent Production Code Administration's regulations. The film's narrative, adapted from a novel penned by a then-serving U.S. Marine Corps sergeant, marked a significant moment in cinema, influencing the author's future works in the film noir genre, including uncredited contributions and celebrated screenplays that shaped the cinematic landscape of the time. In a rare expression of personal preference, Gloria Grahame revealed her fondness for the role she played in this film, considering it a highlight of her acting career. The film is also notable for Robert Ryan's performance, which earned him his first and only Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actor. Adding to the authenticity, Robert Young, Robert Mitchum, and Robert Ryan all shared their real names with their characters. All three have roots in theater, with Young and Ryan hailing from Chicago and Mitchum from Connecticut, but it was their shared experiences on the stages of Los Angeles that paved their way to the silver screen. Their collective journey from local theater to major film roles is a testament to their dedication to the craft of acting. In a unique distinction, this film stood out during its award season for receiving nominations in both the Best Supporting Actor and Best Supporting Actress categories, a singular achievement among its peers. Despite this recognition, it did not secure an Oscar, setting it apart as the sole Best Picture nominee that year without a win. The casting of Robert Ryan as the antagonist was a result of his own foresight and determination. Having encountered Richard Brooks at Camp Pendleton, Ryan expressed a strong conviction to portray the villain from Brooks' novel, The Brick Foxhole. His persistence paid off, and upon the film's preview, he sought Brooks' opinion on his performance, fulfilling a personal ambition to bring the character to life on screen. Gloria Grahame stood out in the film industry with her roles in 3 films nominated for the Best Picture Oscar, achieving victory with one in 1952. Edward Dmytryk earned his sole Oscar nomination for his directorial work on this project. Despite its success, Robert Mitchum, who portrayed Keeley, expressed dissatisfaction with his role, feeling it lacked uniqueness and could have been played by any actor. This sentiment reflects the challenges and varied experiences actors face in the film industry. In a notable collaboration, Robert Ryan and Robert Mitchum shared the screen in 2 critically acclaimed films. Their first joint venture was a film that stood out in the late 1940s, not only for its gripping narrative, but also for the performances that earned it a Best Picture nomination. They teamed up again in 1962 for another significant film that garnered similar recognition. Doris Sherry, who briefly led production at RKO, made his executive producer debut with this film. His tenure was cut short by disagreements with Howard Hughes, leading to his resignation in mid-1948. Shortly after, he took on a major role at MGM, steering its production division. The film's Oscar prospects were marred by the political climate of the time. Edward Dmytryk and Adrian Scott faced the House Un-American Activities Committee, declining to clarify their political affiliations. Their defiance placed them among the Hollywood 10, a group of industry professionals blacklisted for their alleged contempt of Congress, which severely impacted their careers in Hollywood. With a production budget of $589,000, the film was a financial success, earning $127 million in gross revenue. The cast had interesting personal connections. Notably, Gloria Grahame's sister was married to the brother of one of the lead actors, Robert Mitchum. Adding to the film's prestige, Robert Young, another key actor, had the distinction of starring in not just this film, but another that was nominated for the Best Picture Oscar, showcasing his range and appeal in the industry. In a notable shift for Hollywood, the film marked the first time William Phipps appeared on the silver screen. Meanwhile, Robert Mitchum faced serious allegations of Holocaust denial and anti-Semitism, which he fervently argued were misinterpretations of his actual statements. The production saw a change in lead actors when Dick Powell, initially slated for the role after his performances in Murder, My Sweet and Cornered, encountered scheduling issues. Robert Young stepped in, accepting the part with the stipulation that filming wrap up within 24 days to accommodate his upcoming project, They Won't Believe Me. In A Race Against Time, and another film with a similar theme, this production made it to theaters first, gaining a head start of over 3 months. Despite this early release, it did not receive the same level of recognition at the Oscars, missing out on awards in all its nominated categories. The film was noted for its bold approach to tackling racial and religious discrimination, setting a new standard for Hollywood in the 1940s. The performance of Gloria Grahame was so well received that RKO decided to buy out her contract from MGM, signaling her rising status in the industry. In a stark portrayal of post-war tension, the film Crossfire became a significant piece of cinema for its time, not only for its narrative but also for the social issues it tackled. Behind the scenes, however, lay a grim reality. One of its stars, Robert Ryan, who played the role of the antagonist Montgomery, was actually a World War II veteran. His performance was informed by his own experiences, giving a chilling authenticity to his portrayal of a soldier struggling with reintegration into civilian life. His casting choice added a layer of depth to the film, as Ryan's personal history intersected with the fictional narrative, highlighting the often unseen struggles of returning veterans.